Belgium is surprisingly one of the smallest countries in Europe, but this little country is still home to many great roller coasters. And in one of my videos I got the request Belgium next from Epic Time P2I. Well, of course. And as always, I've collected 15 of the best roller coasters in Belgium. And let's see if I have some controversial opinions in this video. So sit back, relax and enjoy this video. And coming in at spot number 15 we have Calamity Mine at Walibi, Belgium. And unfortunately this is one of the weaker Vekoma mine trains out there. Calamity Mine still features a very lengthy roller coaster layout with 3 different lift hills. The pacing and general forces doesn't really hit like the other ones, and that unfortunately just left me disappointed when I rode this ride. Even though Calamity Mine is one of the weaker mine train coasters, this is still overall a great family coaster. This roller coaster still features the iconic western theming and the mountain, and I will as always recommend the back row for this roller coaster type. And now coming in at spot number 14 we have Naga Bay at Belgian. This actually is a Mauer ride spinning roller coaster, and I don't really know if I like the scenic view or the ride experience better. These roller coaster trains offers an overall smooth experience combined with decent spinning. First of all, this roller coaster does offer a great drop at the start, but the decent pacing on this roller coaster is often destroyed by the mid-course brake runs. In my opinion, these brake runs slow the train down too much, and overall you just have a decent ride experience with decent spinning and a very lengthy roller coaster track. But the beautiful location of this ride makes up for the decent roller coaster layout. So Belgian, please loosen those trim brakes, man. And coming in at spot number 13 we have Huracan at Belgium, and this family roller coaster really is a weird but unique coaster. This weird ride experience is half dark ride and half weird Sierra family coaster experience. Huracan really has a very well themed station and dark ride section. The train just slowly moves through this dark ride section, but it's still okay. But I know it's on a budget, but they've done it pretty well. 90% of this roller coaster is indoors, but this roller coaster runs through the layout in complete darkness, and that means the twists and turns and the overall speed just feels better and faster in the darkness. And moving on at spot number 12 we have Typhoon at Belgium. Typhoon is part of the very popular Gerstlauer Eurofighter model. This ride mainly features a compact inversion based track combined with the small carts that are very uncomfy to sit in. The over the shoulder restraints on these Gerstlauer are just uncomfy, especially if you are tall like me, and the overall track is quite rattly, so that could lead to some head banging. But if you can survive the train's uncomfort, you have a very great steep beyond vertical drop. After a hang time filled vertical loop, this ride experience is very weird. Typhoon is built like a bigger wild mouse with many trim brakes, and then you have 3 hang time filled hardline rolls. After that you have a few weird bank turns and then the least steep drop in the world. So overall a weird but okay experience. And coming in at spot number 11 we have Tiki Waka at Walibi, Belgium, and this really is one of the newer bobsled coasters by Gerstlauer. Tiki Waka's layout is very weird compared to other bobsled coasters. This layout mainly consists of many small dips and sharp turns and twists high over the pathway. Tiki Waka really has some awesome moments where it drops down near to the water and then it flies up again. And the final section on Tiki Waka is also great, where it drops down and then has a sharp turn close to the water and then it goes into the final trim brakes. So overall a great layout, beautiful color scheme and cool train design. And at spot number 10 we have Vicky the Ride at Plopsaco Ardennes, and sorry but I try my best with the pronunciation. Vicky the Ride is really a big and great family coaster located in this remote Plopsa park in Belgium. And let me tell you, Gerstlauer never misses with a spinning coaster. This is really a great family coaster, and Vicky the Ride just has many cool moments where you have positive strong G-forces on the twist and different turns, and on top of that you have crazy amounts of spinning on the trains, and all the trains on Vicky the Ride just look so cool. What a cool idea having a little Viking ship as a spinning roller coaster train. And coming in at spot number 9 we have Wakala at Beleverde, and yet again we have another Gerstlauer roller coaster on the list, but this time it's just a normal family coaster. And when I say normal, no, it really isn't a normal coaster. Wakala features a traditional lift hill, then it has a boosted incline push, and after that it also has a stall over the water that just looks so awesome, man. Wakala yet again is also a decently themed family attraction, and combined with a very lengthy layout with small dips and turns, you have a very great family coaster, but it doesn't give airtime anywhere unfortunately. And right in the middle at spot number 8 we have Pulsar at Walibi, Belgium. This was actually the first prototype Mack Rides Power Splash water coaster, so it has its fair share of problems. So when this water coaster surprisingly is up and running, you have to go there right now. This water coaster has 3 awesome launches with a bit of punch, and these weird stalls on each end gives great weightlessness experience, and the best one of them is of course the last one where you go way up in this stall and then this big train just flies into a huge splash section, and this is really one of the biggest splashes you can find everywhere, and that is also of course why it's called a super splash. So overall a good water coaster. And coming in at spot number 7 we have Loop Garou at Walibi, Belgium, and yes, yet again we have another roller coaster from Walibi, Belgium, but this time we have a very rare wooden roller coaster by Vekoma, and many people say that this wooden roller coaster is very rough, so I was really expecting to die that day, but surprisingly this rattle didn't bother me that much, and this Vekoma Woody really has a very great layout with a lot of airtime moments. To be honest, I couldn't feel any difference differences between the front row and back row, so I would recommend to grab the back row because you got a lot more airtime there. And coming in at spot number 6, we have Heidi the Ride at Plopsaland Panne, and this was a really close race between this one and Loop Garou. This family wooden roller coaster just really shows who's the bosses of wooden roller coaster, and that is GCI. Heidi the Ride is really just as smooth as many steel roller coasters. This layout features a very great twist to drop combined with many float airtime moments. All these great airtime moments are combined with small low to the ground twists and turns, and that is what we know GCI does. So the best wooden roller coaster in Belgium is Heidi the Ride. And coming in at spot number 5, we have Psych Underground at Walibi, Belgium. Honestly, this could be a biased opinion, but the vibe in this station was just so cool. Every time I rode this ride, people were just happy and they were cheering for the ride to go on and on and on. But honestly, this is just a revamped and indoor version of a Schwarzkopf shuttle coaster. This ride has a very punchy LIM launch combined with a very positive G-force heavy loop, and then it has a stall and then the ride goes backwards again. This coaster is just a party. It is indoor, you have flashing lights, you have awesome intense sound. This is really just how you revamp an old roller coaster. And coming in at spot number 4, we have Anubis the Ride at Plopsaland Panne. This is a very rare Gerstlauer 6-seater roller coaster. Anubis the Ride really starts off with a very punchy launch. After that, the riders fly into a great top hat, giving great ejector airtime. The rest of the layout contains many sharp and positive G-force heavy inversions combined with ejector airtime moments and sharp turns low to the ground. Overall, a great pacing through the whole layout, and then a very slow hang time filled hardline roll at the end. But yet again, these Gerstlauer over the shoulder restraints are just annoying and uncomfy in my opinion. And now coming in at spot number 3, we have Fury at Belgian land. Fury is part of the very popular Gerstlauer Infinity coaster model, which is the best coaster model for Gerstlauer of course. And instead of these awful over the shoulder restraints, you finally have lap bars on this. Fury starts the ride off with an awesome swing launch section where you have a beyond vertical stall. The third and final launch of course takes the train over the top hat, giving strong airtime, and then the rest of the layout is hang time filled inversions and whippy inversions and so on, you know what I mean. What's special about this roller coaster is that the people can vote which way they want the train to go, and a backwards thrill ride experience with inversions is just the best way to go. And coming in at second place, we have Conda at Walibi, Belgium, and there really is a big step in quality from spot number 3 to spot number 2. And with Conda, Intamin really does an amazing job with the mega coaster model. Intamin has really built a very unique roller coaster layout combining many airtime moments. The first section is the best section on Conda. This can be compared to Steel Vengeance. You have crazy airtime on the twisted first drop and this sharp looking camelback hill, and then you have a crazy outer bank airtime hill, and then the rest of the layout is a twisted ball of unique airtime elements, and then in the end you have a very long sequence with very small ejector airtime pops. Great ride. And then coming in at spot number 1, we have Ride to Happiness at Plopsaland Panne. This really is the best roller coaster in Belgium, and many people also say it's the best roller coaster in the world. So the people in Belgium are very lucky to have one of the best roller coasters in the world. And what can I say about this roller coaster? You have these spinning roller coaster trains, you have intense launches, you have very strong airtime moments, you have cool inversions. I don't know what to say, man, it's amazing. And the spinning train design makes every experience feel different. This ride just has many moments with strong ejector airtime and crazy whip on the inversions. My favorite inversion is the Cobra roll dive after the second launch. This is where I really felt like I was in a car crash. In terms of roller coasters, I think this roller coaster is the one that's closest to the most uncontrollable experience in the world. And now let's quickly look at the parks with the most coasters on the list. And the park with the most coasters on the list is of course Walibi, Belgium with 6 coasters. After that we have Plopsaland Panne with 3, and we also have Belgian land with 3 coasters. So now you people know where to go for coasters in Belgium. And now we finally reached the end of this video. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments. Have I missed some roller coasters? I don't really know. And in the end, I'm of course gonna say bye bye.